Thank you very much for being here after such a long day. It has been really an interesting experience to listen to subjects that I'm not very acquainted to, such as the use of a microphone. I'm more of a performative person, meaning that not using a lot of the machines, but I have more colleagues that are pretty good doing that. I'm not an artist, so what am I doing here? Yes, representing the department. I'm kind of good organizing things, although it might not seem so. And we organized for the last 11 years Festival of Audiovisual Arts. And the festival has been growing, and concerning audiovisual arts in Greece, that's pretty big as a subject. Well, we are the only university dealing with the subject of audiovisual arts, so we can comfortably say that we represent, academically speaking, audiovisual arts in Greece. So creating meaning between media, science, and society. Well, let me start by reading some facts and data, because I'm not very good with this, and then I will try to go through the subject of where media, science, and society enter. So the Department of Audiovisual Arts of the Ionian University, founded in 2004 and located in Corfu, is the only academic institution presently teaching and researching audiovisual arts theory and practice in Greece, including BA, MA, and PhD degrees. The department develops research focused at art and technology and art practice fields, and it is fairly active in the connection between the academic world and society in general. In 2016, the department organized its 10th Audiovisual Arts Festival, integrating in its program art events, workshops, and an international conference. This presentation analyzed the role of the festival as an organization directed to the creation of a contact point between its students, artists, scientists, and public. So some dates and data. The Ionian University is a public university established in 1984 and located in Corfu. It is recognized as a descendant of the academic institution known as the Ionian Academy, established in 1824 in the United States of the Ionian Islands, dated 1815 to 1864, a protectorate state of the United Kingdom, a federation including the 7 islands of Corfu, Kefalonia, Kythera, Ithaca, Paxi, Lefkada, and Zakynthos. The Ionian Academy is considered as the first academic institution founded in modern Greece, which is also quite ironic since it was closed in 1864, meaning the year of the transfer of the sovereignty of the Ionian Islands to Greece, after the signing of the Treaty of London by lack of funds of the Greek government to support it, plus the University of Athens, established in 1837. As a consequence, part of the staff, as well as the library of the 4 faculties constituting the Ionian Academy, law, theology, medicine, and philosophy, were transferred to the capital. The decision for the establishment of the Ionian University in 1984, together with the Aegean University and the University of Thessaly, was integrated in a plan of the Greek government to contribute to the economic development of less developed areas of the country through the creation of academic units dedicated to new areas of knowledge that were not included in the curricula of other Greek universities. The island of Corfu has 592 square kilometers, and according to the census of 2011, a population of more than 104,000 people. The main source of income is tourism, in its majority coming through charters and cruises, traveling services, seconded by the agriculture sector, especially olive oil, wine, and dairy industry. Historically, Corfu has been a point of encounter not only due to its geographic position between Italy and the Balkans, but also through the succession of its rulers, Byzantines, Venetians, Ottomans, French, British, until its unification with Greece. This has guaranteed to the island a very particular cultural character with blended influences, most visibly found in the architecture of the old town. The departments that compose the Ionian University are located in different parts of the old town, and most of them in buildings of remarkable historical value. Two of these examples are the Department of Music Studies and the Department of Audio and Visual Arts. While the Department of Music Studies is located in one of the buildings of the old fortress facing the Ionian Sea, the Department of Audiovisual Arts is located at the former asylum, and we enjoy being there. This was the first psychiatric unit established in the Balkan Peninsula, created in 1838, and actually some of its units, mostly administrative, are still functioning today, while its medical services have been moved to an up-to-date infrastructure associated with the General Hospital of Corfu. It should be underscored here that as an institution, the former asylum administrates one of the major fortunes concerning real estate in the region, due to the large number of people they receive since its creation, in many cases for a lifetime. While still fully active, the asylum received one of the most significant names in modern Greek art, the sculpture Iannoulis Chalepas, from 1888 to 1902, after a nervous breakdown that conducted the artist to several attempts to commit suicide and to destroy some of his sculptures. The Corfiotes are characterized by an excellent sense of humor, and despite the fact that they all recognize that the sign, mental hospital, actually describes the state of things outside the premises of the asylum, to the general population entering the gate is still a taboo. So doing the taboo. Taboo-Transgression-Transcendence in Art and Science was the title of the conference launched in 2016 during the 10th Audiovisual Arts Festival, which would adopt this title as its own theme for that year, this year. The Audiovisual Arts Festival is the most important event organized by the Department of Audio and Visual Arts, and the activity that has today a highest impact level, with the main objective to serve as a connection between students, artists, scientists, and public. This festival is organized by the department, first in 2006. It started as a biannual activity, but since 2009, the year the department celebrates the 5th year of existence, it became an annual event. Since 2010, it counts with the cooperation of the Lab for Electroacoustic Music Research and Applications of the Department of Music Studies in the organization of its sound and music events, and since 2013, the year the department celebrated its 9th anniversary, and under the administration of video artist Marian Strapatsakis, with the additional organization of an open call for papers and artwork presentations. Personally, I have been informally and formally a member of the organization committee of every festival. My most intense participation has been since 2013, with the development of the open calls for participation, first in 2 more discrete symposium, and after 2015, when the department was under the administration of psychoacoustic technology expert Andreas Floros as the head of the organizing committee of the Audiovisual Arts Department, with the organization of the first formally named conference and individual exhibitions of 2 guest artists. Since its first year, the Audiovisual Arts Festival has 3 major groups of activities in its program. First, art events with students' exhibitions and students plus academic staff and guest artists' performances. The second one is educational activities with hands-on labs and workshops from guest presenters to students as well as other curious minds. We, as a public university, we have to have our doors open to any citizen that would like to attend our classes and courses. Okay, that's part of protected by law. And C, Scientific meetings with the organization of symposia that brought together both artists and scientists. The development of the scientific and the educational activities of the festival was supported until 2011 with institutional funds mainly from the European Union. It is not a coincidence that in 2011 none of this took place, and as the economic crisis flooded the country in deep, dark waters, the Audiovisual Arts Festival had to change from a low-budget model organization to a no-budget one. After all, a sign of the times, the budget of the university has been cut to 1/10, actually. The Ionian University is one of the smallest academic institutions in Greece, with 6 departments integrated in 3 faculties. Being small is not really here referred as being a negative part. As we know, the smallest you are, the more flexible you are. So we are kind of fast doing changes, well, if we have some ideas. So, but it is an active university, mostly because of the personal involvement in its activities of both academic staff and students, and well known in the country for the quality of its arts and humanistic studies. In 2013, there was a choice to end the festival or to expand it. We did the second, and we appealed to the local community. Now, private sponsoring is an extremely delicate subject in the Greek tertiary academic system. One should refer that Greek legislation still does not recognize any of the private academic institutions working in the country, unless the titles offered are integrated with any recognized university working within the European Union. Plus, politics involving students' associations active in Greek public universities have been repeatedly exercising the right to occupy the university buildings anytime the freedom of expression and research is considered as being endangered, meaning anytime that funding is not coming from governmental sources. It might seem sometimes acrobatic, but one learns with time how to balance and adapt. Since 2009, the Audiovisual Arts Festival has counted with the support of the Archaeological Administration of the Ministry of Culture and the Municipal Administration of Corfu for the usage of exhibition and performance spaces. The scientific activities were the motor behind a strategy for the deeper involvement of the local community. In 2013, the theme was Art and Interculturality in the Mediterranean region. In 2014, Metamorphosis of Corporeality, Art, Body, Technology. And in 2016, Taboo-Transgression-Transcendence in Art and Science. In 2013, the festival counted for the first time with economic support of the local government of the Ionian Islands and the sponsoring of accommodation from local hotels for the guest speakers. Despite the effort of the organization committee, no other institution, private or public, national or international, accepted to support the previous festival. But 2016 was the year of all or nothing. After the Greek thriller episodes concerning economy and international politics, and under the title Taboo-Transgression-Transcendence in Art and Science, the organization committee expressed the concept transcendence. Again, with the scientific activities in the front page. 2 international keynote speakers, Roy Ascot and Stellark. The festival received the support from 2 Cypriot organizations. The Private Artos Foundation and the Ministry of Culture, for the participation of the Cypriot Australian artist Stellark in the conference and festival. So what do we do when there is no cash within the borders? We accepted payment in kind, meaning, okay, now it's the part at the time. 3 minutes, great. Improvisation for 3 minutes is great. We did an appeal to the locals, so it's a kind of using the same politics as going local, cities in transition, although we are talking about a subject like art and science, which is an international issue, and we are working with technology that is not local, we are not a folklore group. What we did was trying to explain that we have to change something in society. And there I was. I'm from Portugal, really, really not comfortable speaking Greek with locals and trying to reach diplomatic things. Like, when you are addressing businessmen, they are concerned about being traditional because that is a tourist island. It's for tourists. We are supposed to show certain things. It's extremely difficult to defend the fact that we have to go a little bit further and invest in other types of aesthetics that are actually sometimes anti-aesthetics. The good part was that Corfu lost the competition to become the next cultural city in Europe, which another Greek city won, Elefsina. Elefsina is known for its myth, but it's also an industrial and extremely polluted region. So they were targeting in other sources, like being technologically more artistic. So they got it, and we didn't. And this was actually a good timing to approach all businessmen. So what did we got? We got drinks, and I mean, there's no money in Greece running. But people brought things. We got the folders, we got it. So we will keep investing in this sort of strategy. It's like going behind time, and if you need eggs, maybe I can give you some milk. And I'm ending. This is not a lesson of how to rule a no budget at all festival, but I think we did a pretty good job, and we will keep doing it. And this is an invitation, show up. End of May, Corfu, warm, end.